The mystery of the Babushka Lady. Imagine this. It's a bright, sunny day in Dallas, Texas. The date is November 22nd, 1963. Crowds are lining the streets, cheering and waving American flags. People are smiling, climbing onto benches and curbs just to get a glimpse of the man coming down the road. That man is the President of the United States, John F. Kennedy. He's young, smart, and wildly popular. He and his wife, Jackie, are riding through the city in an open-top car. It's supposed to be a joyful day, but within seconds, everything changes. Suddenly, gunshots. Loud cracks ring through the air. People scream. Some hit the ground. Some freeze. Some run. Panic spreads like wildfire. President Kennedy slumps forward in his seat. He's been shot. The motorcade speeds off to the hospital. But the damage is done. The President of the United States is dead. In the middle of this chaos, there's one person who doesn't seem to panic. She's standing calmly on the grass, camera up to her face, filming. She's wearing a coat and a headscarf tied under her chin, kind of like what Russian grandmothers wear. That's why, even though no one ever figured out who she was, people started calling her the Babushka Lady. Who was she? In the days and weeks after the assassination, the FBI and other investigators started collecting every bit of film, photo, or eyewitness account they could find. That's when they noticed this woman. She shows up in several photographs and in a famous home movie of the assassination known as the Zapruder film. She's standing on a grassy slope, Dealey Plaza, close to where the shots were fired, and she's holding a camera. What's strange is what she's doing. Everyone else in the area is either ducking or running. She's not. She's standing still, calm, focused. It looks like she's filming even while the shots are going off. If she really was filming, her footage could be one of the most important pieces of evidence in American history. Her camera was aimed directly at the presidential motorcade, exactly where Kennedy was hit. That angle might show something no other film captured, maybe even a second shooter, maybe something that challenges the official story. But here's the crazy part. No one knows who she is. She didn't come forward. Her film was never turned in. Her identity has remained a complete mystery for more than 60 years. Why her film matters. So why do people care so much about this woman and her missing footage? Because the Zapruder film, the best-known recording of the assassination, wasn't perfect. It was shaky, taken from the side, and missed some angles. The Babushka Lady, on the other hand, was filming from the front, possibly with a clearer view of the car, the people inside, and what was happening around them. And that matters, because ever since the assassination, there have been conspiracy theories. Some people believe that Lee Harvey Oswald, the man officially blamed, didn't act alone. Some say there was a second shooter on the grassy knoll. Some think the government covered something up. The Babushka Lady's film might hold clues. It could confirm or destroy those theories. Her footage might show where the bullets really came from, or who else was there that shouldn't have been. In short, her camera might have caught the truth. The hunt begins. After the assassination, the FBI and Secret Service asked anyone with film or photos from that day to come forward. Many people did. One of them was Abraham Zapruder, the man whose film we've all seen. But the Babushka Lady never showed up. She didn't contact the police. She didn't turn in her camera. She just vanished. Investigators tried everything. They zoomed in on photos, asked witnesses, looked for women who matched her shape and clothing, but none of it worked. In every photo, her scarf covers most of her face. Her head is down. She's always just a little too far away or a little too blurry. She became a ghost in the history books. And that's when things got weird. The woman who claimed to be her. In the 1970s, more than a decade after the assassination, a woman named Beverly Oliver came forward. She said she was the Babushka Lady. She claimed she was 17 years old at the time and brought a camera to film the president. She said she gave the film to two men who claimed to be FBI agents. and they never gave it back. For a while, people believed her. She gave interviews, appeared in documentaries, and became part of the JFK conspiracy world. But there were problems. First, she said she was using a Yashica Super 8 camera, but that type of camera didn't even exist until 1965, 2 years after the assassination. Second, she didn't really look like the Babushka Lady. She was much younger and smaller than the woman in the photos. Most serious researchers ended up dismissing her story as fake, and with that, the mystery went cold again. Could she have been silenced? This is where the story shifts from mystery to something darker. Some people believe the Babushka Lady didn't come forward because she was scared. Maybe she saw something she shouldn't have. Maybe she captured something so dangerous that she was warned to stay quiet, or worse, silenced. Others think her film was taken by authorities and hidden on purpose. If her footage showed a second shooter or any evidence that pointed away from the official story, that film would be a serious problem for the government. And some believe that's exactly what happened, and that's not as crazy as it sounds. Over the years, documents have been sealed, lost, or redacted. Witnesses have changed their stories. Some even died under mysterious circumstances. So the idea that someone filmed something important and then vanished, it's suspicious. It makes people ask, was the Babushka Lady just a private citizen who disappeared, or was she someone more? Could she still be out there? Here's the wildest part. We still don't know. The Babushka Lady could have been someone's grandmother, a tourist, a journalist. Maybe she lost the film. Maybe she never knew she was in the middle of something huge. Maybe she just didn't want the attention. Or maybe, just maybe, she was part of something bigger. Over the years, many have tried to identify her using facial recognition, clothing comparisons, and other photos from that day. But so far, nothing has stuck. It's one of the only major witnesses at Dealey Plaza that was never identified. And after 60 years, the questions remain. Who was she? Did she film the assassination? Where is that footage now? And why did she vanish? The ghost of Dealey Plaza. Today, the Babushka Lady is more than just a mystery. She's become a symbol of unanswered questions, of hidden truths, of how fragile the record of history can be. She reminds us that sometimes the most important clues are the ones that slip through the cracks. That one camera, one person, one decision not to come forward can change everything we think we know. And that's what makes her story so haunting. Because somewhere out there, maybe in an attic, maybe in a government vault, maybe lost forever, there might be a piece of film that shows us exactly what happened on that sunny November day. A film that could confirm the official story or destroy it. And the only person who might have held it was a mysterious woman in a scarf who calmly stood her ground while the world around her fell apart. So, who do you think the Babushka Lady really was? A forgotten witness? A government agent? Or just a bystander lost to history? Let me know in the comments. And until next time, stay curious. Because the world is full of strange, dark, and mysterious stories, just like this one. As always, visit us at readtherealstory.com for all the latest true crime stories and behind-the-scenes insights you won't find anywhere else.